Hey folks, it's FC231 bringing you another review, and this time I have the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure series, Sentinel. This one is from series 10, way back in 2005, so I'm kind of going a bit back more, kind of old school style, reintroducing this big guy here, because the Sentinels happen to be one of my favorite robots among the comics and as well as the X-Men 1990s Fox Network series. And this Build-A-Figure Sentinel, the most common size, I guess it ranges. Some stand at 14 and a half. For some reason, this one is standing at 15 inches, close to 15 and a half inches. I posed them standing straight forward, feet on the ground, as you can see. And yeah, I am getting 15 and a half for this Sentinel. And he came in a series of different, with other different figures. He did not just come like this. So if you want to buy him whole and complete, I believe you can still get him at eBay, maybe Amazon. But he came in packaged different body, his different body parts were with other figures in different packages. Like for example, his head and the top torso here, his chest and the head was part of the Spider-Man action figure from Marvel Legends. The left leg here, this one here was packaged with Angel. There was a blue and I believe a red variant of Angel. The left hand, along with one of his cables, came packaged with Cyclops, plus another variant of Cyclops as well. The right leg of the Sentinel was packaged with Mr. Sinister. And then the torso here, the abdomen area, was packaged with Mystique as well as Omega Red. And his right hand with the other right cable was packaged with Black Panther. So in order to build your Sentinel, you had to buy those figures. And once you get all those figures and you attach the parts, you get yourself your Sentinel. Here's a close-up of the Sentinel itself. As you can see, this Sentinel has green eyes rather than the red that I was accustomed to seeing in the cartoon series. Nice head sculpt, very detailed. You can see the wiring and bits of circuitry inside his cheekbones as well as his mouth. The head sculpt is looks very similar to how it looked in the cartoons, from what I remember in the 1990 cartoons. And it even has the circular part here. Its energy, I guess, its power source here. Unlike the other Sentinels, where some Sentinels had a triangle instead of the circular part. I prefer the circular shape rather than the triangle, to be honest. And then taking a quick look down to its chest. Nice paint apps. I like the paint apps on them. You have different streaks of blue, metallic blue with purple. Purple on his biceps. Purple, which was on his head sculpt or his helmet. So I like the shades of coloring on them. And not to mention the six-pack here. with all the wiring underneath. That's what I love about this Build-A-Figure Sentinel, is the wiring and the detail, along with all the metallic plates placed into him, wiring underneath the muscles. So much detail. Again, the purple on his thighs, the blue on the waist, then it goes back to blue for his knee pads, blue for his feet, for his boots. Looks very, very similar to the Sentinel in the cartoon, especially the coloring as well. I like that. And then for the back has detail as well. You see those lines and patterns for his back. Again, more wiring. And then the color is visible as well. More wiring, circuitry. You have his gears. And then more wiring and circuitry underneath between his ankle and his foot. And on the bottom of his feet, you have his rocket booster boots, I guess, his rocket boosters that he uses to fly in order to fly. Very nice. It has that yellow-orange burning color to it, kind of like the sun. So you can tell it's very hot. You wouldn't want to be standing underneath him when he ignites his rockets. Now for articulation for this Sentinel, he has a lot of articulation. To start off, his head can turn left and right, side to side. Can slightly go a little up and slightly go a little down, not as much as it turning side to side though. So you have that movement there. Then you have his hands can go up and down and back, slightly in and out. There's a bend at the elbow. There is also a swivel at the wrist, up and down, can move around, and even the fingers are articulated. You have one finger that can move, the index finger, the middle finger, the pinky, the thumb. Even the hands have that detail. And this is where he shoots, and you can attach the cable, the metallic grab cable that he uses to capture mutants. There is also an upper torso, left to right, back and front. The waist can turn side to side as well. Then for the legs, can go up and down, back, bend at the knee. And for its foot, it kind of has a little foot articulation. Not really though, it could swivel slightly side to side. And there's also a swivel at the thighs, so it can turn. Same thing over here, I forgot to mention. There is a swivel at the bicep. Same thing with this hand. This hand and this hand also have the same points of articulation. So here is the Sentinel. I've attached the cables to each of its hands. The cables are really flexible. They have a little wiring on the inside where you can pose the cables anywhere you like, any position you like. A bit hard to get to attach them onto his hand. It just takes a little while to push in. But as you can see, you can position them any way you like. Here I have him capturing none other than Darth Maul. I don't have any regular X-Men figures handy right now, but there you can see he has a grip on Darth Maul. And the little shoulder pads here can also go up and down. It's made of a very rubbery plastic, so you can position that up. This way you can raise his hand as is. Here's just a size comparison just to show you how big the Marvel Build-A-Figure Sentinel is, side to side with the NECA Ed 209 and the NECA Robocop. And there is the Sentinel towering over both of them. Alright, so there you have it. My review of the Marvel Build-A-Figure Series 10 Sentinel. Do I recommend getting this one? I definitely do. It's very accurate to Mark Silvestri's Sentinel. A lot of articulation, and plus you get the little bendy cable wires that attach to its hand. So yes, a definite must-have for any Sentinel fan. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for other vids.